All right, so we're looking at stuff that's going between forms today. So we're still looking at exponents and just kind of trying to dive in a little bit further as far as understanding them and knowing how to deal with them. So let's take a look at this here. So let's just talk about, let's not do variables, but let's just talk about exponents. If I had 4 to the first, you guys would tell me that's just equivalent to 4, right? If I had 4 to the second and 4 to the third, those are going to be bigger values. Matter of fact, this is going to give me 16, and then this is going to give me 64. So what I want you guys to think about, the other one is that we do is 4 to the 0, anything to the 0, again, is going to be, that's just going to be 1. But what happens when we've got, let's say we've got rational exponents. So rational exponents, like let's say we have a fraction as the exponent. So let's say we've got 4 to the 1/2 here. What is that equivalent to? And again, if you used a calculator, guys, that would give you 2. Okay? Or what is 4 to the 3/2? Again, that's going to give me 8. And it's not because it's not like it's halfway between or whatever. There is a reason for this. And here's the reason why. Whenever you have a rational exponent, that rational exponent is really just a radical or a root. Okay, so another word for a root is a radical. Again, rational exponents or fractions as exponents are really just roots. Here's how we could rewrite this. 4 to the 1/2 is the same thing as the square root of 4, which we all know is 2. Okay? 4 to the 3/2 is just the square root of 4 to the 3rd is what it is. Or 4 to the 3rd is 64. So the square root of 64, which again, the square root of 64 is just 8. And that's where we get those values from. So what I really want you guys to be able to do is just to go from rational exponents to radical form, and then radical form to rational as well. That's what I want you guys to be able to do. So to be able to take, let's introduce variables now. Let's just say we had x to the 5/3. I want that written, so this is a rational exponent. And I want it into radical form or roots. Okay? Here's how we do this. So my root comes here. My denominator is my root. So this is going to be the cubed root. So I'm going to put that little 3 so we know it's a cubed root, not that it's just a square root. And then the x, or whatever we're taking it to, goes inside. And then you can put the 5 in or out. It doesn't actually really matter, but it's a power is what it is. So it could have been, we could have gone like the cube root of x to the 5th. That's the same thing. I like to put it outside just because it's, I don't know, I just know that it's separated from that. So, okay. So here we go. Let's look at another one. Let's say we've got x to the, let's just stick with x right now. So let's say we've got x to the 4, let's go 4/5. Okay. So again, I put my root. This is the 5th root because my denominator always is my root. Okay, I go x here, and then the numerator becomes my power here. Okay, let's go x to the 7/2. So I'm going to go my root here. My 2 goes here, but remember when we don't ever write it there, we always know it's a square root. And then we're going to have x, again, raised to the 7th power. Or you could put it inside. Okay? Let's say we had 2a to the 3/4. So this one I would go my root here. It's the 4th power, and then I've got 2a here because my denominator is my 4th, and then the power is the 3 that goes right up there. Right, so that's going from rational to radical. You do need to be able to go the other way as well. So if I give you like the square root of 7x, oops, sorry, let's start with this. Let's see, square root of x, all raised to the 5th power. I want you guys to be able to go the other direction. So this would be x to the, again, my root is always my denominator, so that's the half, and then the 5 goes as my numerator. Don't flip-flop them. It's important that you keep them the same wherever they are that way. So, okay, so looking at this next one here, again, let's say we got the 4th root x, and let's go 9 to the 9th. So if I wrote that as a rational exponent, it'd be x to the, again, my root goes as my denominator, so that's the 4, and then the 9 goes as the power. Be careful, guys, if you ever see like the square root of like 2x, this is all in it, okay? Well, let's say we have the square root of 2x. Yeah, I'll just leave it like that. This would be 2x, but I have to use parentheses because I want the exponent to be to everything. And then what's here? That's 2. And then what's my power? It's 1, not just 0. So that'd be 2x to the 1/2. So really, whenever you see a square root, you should understand, hey, that's just anything to the 1/2 is what we're looking at. So be able to go between those two forms should be good there. That's been your math moment with Mummy.